Hello all, welcome back to the series of the Python. So in the previous session, we had a discussion on basics as well as introduction to the Python. So in this session, we will discuss what are different data types in the Python and what are different use cases of it. So let's get started. So what are different data types in Python? So basically the first data type is numeric data types. So different numeric data types are integer, float and the complex. Now if we just select the example, so if I just declare age equal to 30, basically it is an integer value. So if I just try to print the age, so this is called as a f string, one of the type of a string in the Python. So the age is an integer. Again, if I want to declare a price of some product, so let's say price equal to 19.99, it is called as a float. What is the difference between integer and a float? Basically integer means it will store the whole values without the decimals, and floating point means it will store the value with decimal places. And the third type of data under comes the numerical data type is complex number. So if I just declare z equal to 3 plus 4j, we know that the syntax for the complex number is a plus bi. So instead of I, we have a j. So the value of I is square root of -1. So we declare it as a complex number. If I just run the cell, you can see age is 30, and to check the type of or a data type, we have a built-in function called as a type. So with the help of this type function, we will just check the data type of any variable in our Python. So the data type for the age is integer, so the data type for the price is a floating value, and the data type for the z is a complex. Basically these are different classes. So the first data type which we discussed is numeric data type. The next is a string. To store some text data, we prefer the string. So if I just declare name equal to Alice and message is something hello world. So if I just print the name along with its type as well as the message along with its type, you can see that the output is name Alice and the type class. So the data type for this variable is string. String is basically the data type for the variable name. Again, we can perform different string operation. If you want to just concatenate different things or add two strings together, so you can just use the arithmetic operator plus. So name plus Smith, so we are just adding two string. So if I just print full name, you can see this is a full name variable we have created where we have used this name Elias and added the Smith here. And if I just want the first character from the string, you can go with the indexing. So this is the forward indexing which starts with the 0. This 0 means we will just retrieve the first letter from our string. So you can see the output is the full name Elias Smith and the first character is A from this Elias. So the first character for the full name is A. If you wish to access the rest of the character, you can just go with the 0, 1, 2, 3 and based on the index value. So if you just discuss more about different string methods, you can see that let's say the original string is hello Python world. So we have some additional spaces as well as some exclamatory mark and some additional spaces at the end. So the original string is, if you just see, output is hello Python world. This is our original string. Now the very first operation is dot strip. So with the help of a dot strip, we will just remove the additional spaces in the string. So with the help of dot strip, we will just remove this additional two spaces. If I run this, you can see the output is just hello Python world. So the beginning and the ending spaces has been end into this. Next is dot upper. So with the help of a dot upper, the entire string will be converted into the uppercase. So if you can just see hello Python world. Again, for the lowercase, the entire string will be converted into the lowercase. The simple syntax is dot lower. So with the help of dot upper, it will just convert the text into uppercase format, and with the help of dot lower, it will just convert the text into lowercase format. So with the help of the replace function, you can just replace the required occurrence in the given string. Now if I just want to replace Python with the Jupyter, so you can see the expected output is hello Jupyter world. So with the help of dot replace, you can just replace the required part of a string. Next is a dot split. So the dot split is primarily used to convert or get the list of words from our given string. So you can just see the output is a list of the words. So with the help of dot split, you will get the list of the words. Next is dot find. So basically dot find, it will return the lowest index of the substring if we have n, otherwise -1. If I just say dot find Python and dot find Java, for the first we have at 6th index position Python is present, but Java is absent. That's why the output is -1. So these are different functions available for the string. So the first data type which we discussed was numerical data types. Under numerical data types, we do have integer, float and complex, and under string these are different methods. Next data type is Boolean. Boolean basically means true or false, or 0 or 1. True means 1, 0 means false. This is the thing. So if you see is active is true, is admin is false. If I just try to print and the data type automatically true and the class is bool. Bool stands for Boolean. So in Boolean we have only two types, true as well as false. So the next data type is list. List is nothing but ordered collection of elements. So list is basically a mutable, means if you can add the element, you can remove the element, you can update the element from the given list. That called as mutable. Again, in Python, data types are basically of two types. It can be a mutable data type or it can be a immutable. Mutable means you can change the elements, immutable means you cannot change the elements. So string is the example of immutable, tuple is the example of immutable. So list, again, once we'll discuss the dictionary and set, you will come to know these are mutable. So now consider a list of fruits. So we have fruits, apple, banana, cherry. Now consider the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see the first list was of string, second was of the integers, and even you can have the list of mixed data types. So you can see it is a string, integer and a Boolean value. So there is no restrictions on having a single data type. You can have a mixed data type list as well. Right? Now, what about mutability? What we discussed, you can add the elements. So with the help of dot append, you can add the element to the list, and with the help of indexing, you can just retrieve some element or even you can change it. Now for the first index position, you know that we had the banana. So with the banana, we have replaced the blueberry. So if I just run the cell, you can observe the output. Once we append the fruit, the list is extended to the orange, and we have just made the changes with the blueberry as well. So this is all about some basic functions in the list. Even we can do some more tasks with the list. If you want to sort the elements in the given list, you can use the dot sort. If you wish to reverse your list, you can go with the dot reverse. If you wish to add some element at particular position, you can go with the dot append. If you wish to add at particular index position, you can do the same with the help of insert. If you wish to remove some element from the list, you can go with the dot remove, just pass the index position for it. Even you can use this dot pop to remove the elements. If you wish to count the number of occurrences of any particular element in the list, you can go with the dot count. And if you want to returning the index of the first occurrence of any value, you can go with the dot index. So these are different methods available for the list. Next data type is a tuple. Tuple is nothing but ordered immutable. Once declared, you cannot change it. Right? So if you wish to save some values which are not going to change over the period of time, prefer the tuple. So tuple are declared in the opening and closing parentheses. List were declared in the opening and closing square brackets. Right? If you just try to modify any element with the help of try and except block, this is the exception handling which we are going to discuss in the next videos, it will throw an error. Tuple is immutable. List is immutable, tuple is immutable. The next data type is set. Set is nothing but unordered collection of unique items. So there is one property of set, it allows only unique elements. So if you don't want the duplicate values inside your data, then you can use the set. And basically it is an unordered collection, means there is no fixed position of any element inside the set. Right? So consider we have two sets, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, A, E, I, O, U. So you can see the value is repeated here, 2 and 1, and the output may, you can see we have only 1, 2, 3. It does not allow the repetition of any elements. So only unique elements will be allowed here. Even we can perform the different operation. Set is immutable. If you wish to add something, you can just add with the help of dot add. Right? If you want to perform the addition of two sets or the union, you can go with the set1 dot union. If you want to find out the common elements, you can go with the set1 dot intersection. So for the output for union would be the combination of both the sets, provided the repeated element will be excluded, and intersection means the common element from the both the sets. If you want some more operation, even you can go with it. Now if you wish to add some values in the set, go with the add. If you wish to remove some value, you can go with the remove. If you wish to remove the value, even you can go with the dot discard. If you find the difference between the two sets, go with the dot difference. If you wish to have a union of two sets, you can go with the dot union. If you wish to have the intersection, then you can go with the dot intersection. If you wish to check whether the given set is a subset of some superset, you can go with each subset. And if you wish to check whether the given set is subset of some other set, you can go with the each superset. These are different functions and methods available for the set. And the last data type is dictionary. So dictionary basically again an unordered collection of key value pair. So you will exist the value here in the key and value. So this is the key and this is the value. So the keys are name, age, city, values are Bob, 25 and New York. Even you can modify and update the values. If you just wish to add one more key value pair, occupation as an engineer, you can add. If you wish to change the age from 25 to 26, you can do the same. So if I just run it, you can see or you can observe the difference. The keys are name, age, city and occupation, and the dictionary values are Bob, 26, New York and engineer. So you can just perform different operation on dictionary as well. If you wish to store the data in a key value pair, go with the dictionary. Even we have some more applications or more methods for the dictionary. If you wish to return some value of a key, you can use the dot get. If you want to see the keys, you can go with the dot keys. If you wish to see the values, you can go with the dot values. If you wish to return both key as well as value, you can go with the dot items. If you wish to update something, you can go with the dot update. If you wish to remove some element, you can go with the dot pop. If you wish to remove as well as return the element, then you can go with the dot pop item. So these are different functions and methods available for the dictionary. So in this session, we had a discussion on data types in Python, where we discussed different numerical data types: string, list, tuple, set, dictionary and Boolean. So in the next session, we will have the discussion about the functions in a Python. So stay tuned. Till then, take care. Bye bye.